Okay, so I have heard that this quest is kind of mid. That's what I've heard. I'm not claiming it is. Hopefully I get proved wrong.
What's really going on?
Well...
Since the two of you are so curious, perhaps I can fill in the gaps.
Dude, she can teleport. I mean, yeah, she kind of does, doesn't she? So that's a pretty cool surprise. Yep.
You scared Paimon half to death.
Yep, me too, buddy. Dude, her design is so freaking good, by the way. Like, that's one thing that, like, I just forgot to mention, like, last stream when we got her. I'm like, dude, she looks amazing.
You know, on second thought, maybe
Arlecchino
we
jump
don't
scare.
need to know. It's all probably super confidential House of the Heart stuff.
Paimon's so
We
scared.
totally weren't trying to pry or anything.
Honestly, I don't blame her.
No need to be nervous. I could sense your genuine concern from your conversation just now.
Dude.
Of course. I can also understand your confusion. Sending so many Fatui here to Poisson, it's only natural that some might suspect an ulterior motive to be involved.
We still have reservations about your organization. That is true.
I understand.
Yeah.
I'm well aware you've had your fair share of confrontations with the Fatui in the past, and I can't exactly guarantee that we'll remain on good terms in the future.
Well, I mean, like, the Fatui have, like, their own factions, right? Like, she has her own faction. Those are, like, the ladies that walk around that apply Bond of Life to you and stuff.
As for right now, however, I would say we have little reason to be at odds, wouldn't you agree? The House of the Hearth could stand to be more open with those who have worked so closely with us in the past.
Why is Lenny look so, like, he looks so mad?
As for the issue at hand, well, it hardly relates to any ulterior motive. To be frank, it all stems from a certain rumor circulating around the House of the Hearth. It's an internal matter.
Is it to do, with that girl? That little girl on, like, the poster?
What sort of
You know, like, the event
rumor?
poster thing? It's like a little girl.
A rumor that a certain phantom child is hiding away in the House of the Hearth.
The girl that shouldn't exist is the title of the quest, I think, right? Some sort of ghost story, maybe. It feels like I'm getting chills already.
A phantom child? Ooh, just hearing the...
A spirit that should have long ceased to exist is lurking in the shadows of the House of the Hearth. So I decided to bring the children to Poisson before continuing to investigate the situation. I expect I should be able to track down the spirit fairly quickly. After that, it's just a matter of resolving the situation, if you will. It shouldn't be much trouble at all.
I'm looking forward to the boss fight so much, dude.
If you're curious, or if you still
I'm
have
so
some
excited for it.
concerns, it might be advisable to stick around for a few days. I'm sure the children would be exceedingly pleased to welcome some visitors. Lenny, I'll leave you to entertain our guests. I have some matters to attend to.
Let me guess his next line. Yes, father.
Of course, father.
Ah, I was close. I was close. How do you think she smells? What kind of question is that, dude? Very... She smells scary. I couldn't help but feel intimidated during that conversation with the Knave. Now that she's gone, I can feel like I can breathe again. Yeah, she gives that air about her.
But let's be clear, we're just gonna be there as guests, okay? Don't get any funny... Oh, wait a second. For your guests, that probably means we'll be treated to lots of yummy food, right?
Is it just me, or does Paimon sound slightly different? I kind of like it, like I'm gonna be real, like I think she sounds more pleasant. It's less squeaky.
There are all sorts of rumors about your organization floating around out there. Paimon's not sure if she could even take a wild guess as to what's true and what's not.
Yeah, now she's got, like, doesn't she sound slightly different, or is it just me?
Something caught your eye?
You okay, buddy? You a fan? Have I finally got a fan?
It's the Traveler in Paimon!
Oh, we have for fans now! Finally.
No way!
Finally, holy crap. Only took 4 years.
Here, everyone! Hurry! The Traveler and Paimon are here!
Has this ever happened? Have we ever had, like, people fangirling, fanboying over us? Because I feel like it should have happened earlier than this.
I heard Paimon eats so much
Oh.
that she can clean out the entire pantry at Hotel de Boer in just 3 days!
Alright, now that's true.
Wait a second! That's the rumor you heard about Paimon? Oh, not cool at all!
No, that's very accurate.
Oh, wait. When guests visit, you're supposed to give them gifts and stuff, right?
Not necessarily, usually. Like, I don't know. Is that like a norm in some certain cultures where, like, if you have guests, you have to give them gifts? It's definitely not a thing here.
Oh, we don't need something like that.
In some
Besides,
places-
we don't have anything to give to you.
In some places, it's the visitors that bring gifts, you know, sometimes the other way around.
Come on, we insist. I can give you some of my
Potions?
new potions.
Ones
Just
that I
take your
made?
poison.
Oh.
actual poison. I've got both.
Okay.
Or maybe Shaplo can teach you guys
Shaplo.
about stealth. He's super good at it.
He's a ninja?
Never been caught.
He's a ninja.
Ah, now that's not a bad idea.
Wait. When you said gifts, I didn't think you meant poison and
Wait.
stealth tactics.
Oh.
But those are the best things we can give you.
Because they're Fatui,
You
right?
like 'em?
In the House of the Half, they're like being trained up to be Fatui, so this makes complete sense.
Ooh, how about this? Tell me the name of someone who really annoys you, and we'll teach him a lesson for you.
No. You kids should be doing your homework. Not, you know.
All right, Fold, Selwar. I think that's enough suggestions for now.
Jesus.
When it comes to being a good host, it's the thought that counts.
Lynn, about all that poison and stealth tactics talk just now.
Scared you, did it? That kind of talk comes with being part of the House of the Hearth.
They're being trained up to be Fatui.
When Foltz was really young, he strangled all of his family pets, just out of curiosity. He was labeled a dangerous problem child and was abandoned by his family.
Fair enough.
Elwar has an unnatural obsession with potions.
Okay.
Father has forbidden her from trying all the different concoctions she comes up with, but she still tries to test them in secret.
I mean,
You really have to keep an eye on that one.
that's not as bad as the boy though, the little boy. That's dude strangling all your pets because you were curious. Dude, that's very concerning.
I know you two
Jesus.
probably aren't used to that kind of talk.
Like strangling,
but I can
like
promise you
no.
they only had the best of intentions.
That's
Things like stealth tactics and developing different poisons, they really mean a lot to them. They were just trying to share the best of what they could offer. That's all.
yes, totally, yes. They're very passionate about strangling animals. Yes. Jesus Christ. That's not. See the girl with the potions thing. I understand because it's not just poison. Like she just wants to be like sucrose and her would get along. I could see that, right? But the little boy strangling animals. I'm sorry, no. Because when you're a kid, right? Like you learn empathy, right, through pain, basically, right? Like if I touch a hot flame and that burns my hand, that hurts. I've learned that, and I know that can happen to anything else. A plant, an animal, that can happen to them too. So you empathize with that, but like, oh, I don't like this pain. That means they wouldn't like to feel that pain. So you won't chuck them onto a fire, right? So you're curious to strangle an animal. I don't want to be strangled. I don't want to feel that. Why should I like no, that's fucked up. That I think that kid is genuinely effed in the head.
Hello, my name's Linny. I grew up in the House of the Hearth. And you are?
Hi, Linny. I'm also a child of the House of the Hearth, just like you.
Yeah, that's the same girl. Yeah, 100% from the animation, right?
You can call me Clervie.
Clervie. Hold on, I'm just gonna double check. Oh yeah, that 100% is. That's the same girl. That's just the same girl. Yeah. Okay, cool. Good to know.
She must be the phantom child Father's been searching for. From the looks of it, I'm guessing you were the one that found her, Fremine.
Didn't
You, haven't told Father, have you?
didn't Arlecchino kill her though as an adult or like
No,
teenager?
I haven't told anyone. I've just been
For how long?
about half
Wow.
a month now.
That's a while.
So ever since we got to Poisson, then. Do you have any idea what you're doing?
I know what I'm doing.
Really?
Where's Lynette?
Because from where I'm standing, it looks like you're hiding the very person Father has been trying to find. If Father finds out about this, everyone involved is going to be punished. You know the rules of the house, Fremine. I know you do. Father doesn't tolerate any form of betrayal. So why are you doing this?
I've thought it through. And I just can't hand her over like that. But she's been living with us, helping us from the shadows all this time. I think that makes her family. I couldn't just hand her over to be dealt with. Not when there's so much we still don't know.
So what's your plan then? You can't keep her here forever. Someone is bound to find out eventually. You know, when we were younger, you didn't call me Linny. You called me brother, just like Lynette. We grew up together, the three of us. We were all orphans, all rescued by Father. Of all the siblings in the House of the Hearth, I think our bond was the closest.
Really?
Later on, when you started calling me Linny, I wasn't actually surprised. After all, Lynette and I are related by blood.
Oh.
We've had to depend on each other to survive long before we joined the house.
Oh. Oh, so Fremone's not blood related with them? Oh, I thought he was. So only Linny and Lynette are blood related. Okay, that makes sense, actually.
Linny,
They're just siblings through the House of the Hearth, basically. Okay.
The darkest and most difficult moments of my life happened before you and I had ever met. I'm sure that's true for you as well. Even so, Fremine, we've stood by each other for all these years now, and to me, that means more than blood. You and Lynette are the most important people in my life. No one can replace you. So I won't let you face anything alone. Not if I can help it.
Oh, looks like things are getting kinda heated between Linny and Fremine. Maybe we should go check on them. Wait a minute, Fremine.
Oh.
You're not crying, are you? Is
everything's fine.
Oh.
Thanks for asking.
I need you to promise me that this will stay between the two of
Where's
us.
Lynette?
We're the masterminds behind this whole thing.
Oh.
No one else gets involved.
Is she
Can
out
you
on
do
a
that
mission
for
or
me?
something?
Of course.
She's trying to avoid me,
promise.
chat.
All right.
She ain't giving
Then
me
let's
one
seal
more,
the promise
one
just
more
like
for a
when we
copy
were
of
kids.
herself.
Fist bump on 3. Ready?
Fist bump.
1, 2, 3. I swear.
What? Oh, okay. I thought Lynette teleported. Oh, what she did? Wait, where'd she go?
Whoa!
She heard me, guys. Oh no.
Lynette!
She can teleport. Yeah.
But what a surprise. What brings you here, dear sister?
She's not happy, bro. But I love her. She's awesome.
And, when exactly did you get here?
Dude, she's so mad. Uh-oh.
You're an idiot, brother.
Don't look at me like that. I know you're talking to him, but this feels like you're looking at me. I don't like it. I'm sorry. I know I spent all my Primo Gems trying to get one more copy of you, okay? I'm sorry. I just like you, okay?
And you too, Fremine.
He deserves it, yeah. No, he's a dick. Keeps showing up in my frickin' gacha. I sacrificed him to
You
Venti.
3, Traveler.
Whoa!
And you 4, Paimon.
Hey.
Wait, what did we do?
Yeah, why is she so mad, though?
I've seen Clervie around the House of the Hearth before. I hadn't seen her in Poisson, so I figured she must not have come with us. But it turns out, you were just hiding her.
Man, she can teleport.
I heard you talking about your plan. Rather than steering clear of the situation, I'd rather fully join in. If you don't agree, I'll have no choice but to report everything back to Father. Simple as that.
Yeah, you kinda screwed now.
You're not giving us much wiggle room here, Lynette. Well, I guess we're all in this together then. After we talk to Clervie, we'll figure out our next move. There's no time to lose. Let's go.
Damn, dude.
In this house, some people are family, and other people are just test subjects.
Oh, this is what it was like beforehand.
Those kinds of people aren't ever going to get a place on the roster.
Yeah, because she was really cruel,
Unless
right?
It's the roster of people who've been executed.
Honestly, this is why the animated short should have been released later, and towards the end of the quest, yes. This is why I said this is nothing we don't know from the short. That's true. I mean, it's still giving, like, it's being more direct with it. Like, in the animated short, it was more, like, hinting at it, I guess.
Wait, does that mean the Knave...
No, this is the previous one, yeah.
Is there anyone that can vouch for you?
Although, no, I do agree. I feel like this is probably, like, because we've seen the animated short, we know that she's referring to the previous Knave here, but we don't know. If we didn't watch the animated short, we wouldn't know that. We'd think Arlecchino is evil, right? We think, oh, Arlecchino's doing that behind the scenes. That's terrible. But we don't know that. But because we've seen the animated short, there's no, like, twist, right? So it's kind of, yeah.
Perry, she's my best friend. She's the only one I trust in this place.
And that's her nickname for Arlecchino, yeah.
Have either of you heard of that name before?
No.
I have.
Me neither.
Haven't you guys seen your dad's animation? Come on.
Since Father considers you to be guests, maybe you could stick by her side for a little while.
Oh?
You don't need to do anything except keep up some nice casual conversation.
We go hang out with Dad? Cool.
Ah, Paimon gets it. You want us to distract her.
Yeah,
I'll give you a magic bird.
Ooh.
If Father suspects something, all you need to do is release it when she's not looking, and it'll alert me that something's wrong.
No, I think she's too sharp for that. I'm gonna be real. She'll know that's your thing, bro. I don't... nah.
Of course, that's only as a last resort.
Nah.
If Father doesn't seem to notice us, there's
nah.
no need to make contact.
I
We'll reconvene here tonight after all's said and done.
I don't think... Nah. I think Arlecchino's way too sharp for things like that.
If the worst case scenario happens and we're discovered,
Like she knows you really well.
just tell Father everything. We're not going to let our guests get punished for our own actions. That's where we draw the line.
Okay, so I think what's gonna happen is, like, what causes the boss fight is, like, maybe we betray her or something. Like, or she views them as betraying her for, like, making us do stuff,
You
maybe.
too.
I'm just guessing.
Okay, this is where we part. Father should be at the beach nearby.
I was going for a nice stroll on the beach, huh? Oh shit! It's Tortellini! Hey yo! Oh, we're gonna get some Harbinger gossip? Hell yeah. Let me in.
It's the Knave and Childe.
Tartagos, hey buddy.
Hey, aren't you supposed to be in Snezhnaya recuperating? What are you still doing in Fontaine?
He's an absolute unit, he already has recovered.
Oh, it's you two. I didn't expect to run into you here.
Oh. No, never mind.
I was unconscious for quite a while after the fight in the Primordial Sea. After I woke up, I realized I was being taken back to Snezhnaya, and well...
Didn't he get yeeted by what's-her-face? Wait, wait, what happened after that?
I couldn't have that now, could I? Not when I've still got unfinished business here in Fontaine. So, I mustered up all my strength and made the journey back on my own.
Oh, well, good on you.
What sort of unfinished business
Wait,
are
from
we
the abyss?
cracking here?
It has to do with Skirk,
Yeah.
my master. I really wanted to meet up with her, but by the
have to-
time I got back, she'd
How
already
dare you
left.
yeet me?
I still have so many questions for her. Without any other leads, all I could do was ask the Knave to help me track her down.
Oh.
She must have left behind some traces from her time in Fontaine.
Wait, so Arlecchino knows about her?
Oh, okay, so have you found any clues?
Unfortunately, no. While the House of the Hearth is adept at collecting all manner of intelligence, certain existences can still manage to escape our purview.
Basically, unless Master feels there's a need to meet with me, she's not going to be found. But that problem has an easy fix. I just need to become stronger, and then...
Well, you ain't going to if you're gonna keep coughing like that.
Paimon thinks you should focus on getting better first.
Yep.
The worst of it is over.
Damn, you were worse off?
It's all thanks to that one kid from the House of the Hearth.
Who?
Elwar, I think her name was.
Oh.
She gave me a bunch of random potions to drink.
Oh.
They didn't go down easy, let me tell you. Pain and chills all over. But they really did help speed up my recovery.
Maybe that's why you're coughing. Maybe you drank a poison.
And that's good.
At least it
because
wasn't
looks
false.
like I really do have to head back this time. The old man's been putting the pressure on me. He sent someone to tell me I'm needed for some sort of project.
Wait, the old man? Who?
Project Stuja?
Who's the old man? Is that the jester?
Yeah, that's the one. I heard Regrator's involved too.
Who's that?
I'm not looking forward to having to listen to all his monologue.
Which one's the
for sure.
Regrator?
Hey, maybe you could think of a way for me to stay in Fontaine for a little longer.
I do. I love her face right there. She's like, bro, don't bitch me.
Helping Linny and the others brush up on their fighting skills would be far more interesting. If you and I could spar, that would be even better.
Good luck.
I've been waiting for a chance to see you go all out.
Good luck.
And what a sweet little daydream that is. But I also have a role to play in all this. I'll be leaving Fontaine shortly as well.
Oh.
Besides, considering how little they see fit to step outside the homeland,
Oh.
being called on to return to Snezhnaya by such illustrious dignitaries, what a great honor. Wouldn't you agree?
Hey, she's shit-talking them.
One I could do without, I'd say.
Is it just Paimon? Or does it kind of seem like they're...
Yeah, just casually trash-talking their colleagues behind their back. Yeah.
So,
Yep.
dear guests of the House of the Hearth, To what do I owe the visit?
We just want to hang out.
Um,
Literally.
well, we just...
Wanted to learn more about you.
Right. We're super close to Linny and the others, but we still don't know much about you.
Nice acting, Paimon. Good job. 10 out of 10.
Is that so? Introductions have already been made, have they not?
Tell me about your past.
Oh,
I've seen your animation.
Well, you see, there's only so much you can learn about someone from a short introduction. At least...
Huh, good question. I'd also like to know.
Why are you called father?
The fact that you have to ask tells me our intelligence work has been quite successful. Telling you the answer to that question would only serve to undermine that success. And we can't have that. Now can we?
Yeah, but I know you consider me a friend, so...
Spoken like a true diplomat. That was some expert sidestepping right there.
Well, if there's nothing else, I think I'll take my leave. I still have a small matter to resolve at home.
I ain't done with you yet.
wait, don't go!
Uh-oh. If the Knave leaves right now, she's sure to run into Linny and Clervie. Should I release the bird Linny gave us? No, I should try to get her talking about something else. About the House of the Hearth, what does the organization mean to you?
I'd also like to hear the answer to this.
He's secretly on our side.
I've met some of the members of your organization, and they all seemed like really good kids.
Except
They
for...
actually reminded me of Tonya and Tusser.
Except for Faust, of course.
Which, by the
That one's
way,
a bit...
if you ever betray them, I'm just letting you know, I won't let you off easy.
Yeah, good luck with that, by the way.
And why would I betray them?
You know she's number 4, right? And you're number 11. It's a pretty big gap.
Well, you've already betrayed the House of the Hearth once, haven't you? At least, that's what I heard.
Oh, that's when she killed the previous one, right? I mean, that was for good reason, but of course he doesn't know that. The glare. Don't look into her eyes. Something bad will happen. Oh, good job.
Okay, I admit.
He listened.
That's just what the old man told me. The rooster.
The rooster. He's that old guy, right? Like I think the guy with the nose looks like Igor. Knave betrayed the House of the Hearth. So does that mean what Clervie said was true? Does Knave really treat her now? See, this is the issue. We already know this because we've seen the animation. So no, I do definitely agree. I think if you played this first, then watch the animation, it probably would have been better. Yeah, probably not the best move for them to do that, I think. Like you could argue that they released the animation to like boost sales, like get people more hyped, but they still could have done that. Like the banner would still be up if they released it like a week after.
Wait, did you really do something bad to those kids?
So hey Danelle, how you doing?
Never mind what I've done. I'm more curious as to what the mighty rooster had to say.
The mighty rooster.
Care to enlighten me?
What number is he?
Ah, well, nothing much. Just some stuff about you taking out many other members of the House of the Hearth, and even going so far to attack your own family.
Yeah, so we know exactly what he's referring to here. There's like no mystery,
I see.
and that is an issue.
Oh, based on your reaction, I'm guessing it's all a bunch of lies.
The rooster's number 5? Ah, cool, thank you.
Hardly. I don't appreciate his particular turns of phrase, but I suppose he didn't say anything untrue. Although, it would be more accurate to say that there is a certain level of prejudice involved, but I don't intend to clear that up just yet. Prejudice has a funny way of concealing the real truth behind certain things, an attribute that I find to be quite advantageous. Call yourself a Fontanian, for example, and people will assume all sorts of things, when the real truth is that this is simply the land where I was raised.
So why can't you dolphin dive? You think I haven't noticed?
Huh? You're not actually from Fontaine?
Oh.
But then why did you try to help out with the prophecy and everything?
Oh, you were raised here, not born and raised here. Okay.
I was trying to protect the children born in Fontaine. Claiming that I myself was a Fontanian simply made it easier to operate. People would hardly suspect a fellow Fontanian of having any ulterior motives.
Okay, but...
Who wouldn't want to save their homeland after all?
So she actually sneezed an iron then?
The primordial sea wouldn't have any effect on me, but it would have caused great harm to the House of the Hearth. Well, you wanted extra information, didn't you? There you go. I hope that satisfied your curiosity.
No, I must know more. So much for learning anything else about her betrayal. Probably only revealed that other secret in order to change the subject. It seems like she's trying to avoid talking about her past.
So, you stayed in Fontaine for the kids. I guess I was wrong to believe you'd betray them. Apologies. Looks like I was holding on to some prejudices myself.
Good. Like I said, I like it when others have misconceptions of me.
Creates a good mask.
Actually, while I was recuperating at the House of the Hearth, there was something else that really caught my attention. I heard that members always resolve disputes and arguments with a friendly spar, and the loser has to back down. Seems pretty cool if you ask me. Would also give them plenty of opportunities to hone their skills.
Well, that's only a recent development. In the past, such spars weren't nearly so friendly. The losing party would lose everything.
Yeah.
Including their life.
Yeah. Yeah, because in her animation, right, it was implied that the previous Knave would, like, force them to fight to take over, like, the role of being the king, aka the Knave. So, like, that's why she was pissed off she had to kill little Clervie when they were younger.
They were that
Well,
high
older,
stakes?
sorry.
Whew, at least that's not a thing anymore.
Well, the current atmosphere's not half bad. I'm a bit jealous, actually. You've got so many family members around you, and you even get to live with them.
She needs to sleep, though. Got some eye bags.
Having a lot of family around means dealing with a considerable amount of bickering and scheming. Once Tonya and Tusser enter their rebellious phase, I'm sure you'll understand. Just imagine. Tusser becomes obsessed with plucking out strands from the rooster's mustache, or Tonya decides to dye her hair 42 different colors.
That's very specific. Bro, he terrified. Ayo, 42, the magic number.
Okay. I get the picture.
Yeah, didn't like that thought, huh? After the conversation shifts to the topic of Tonya and Tusser, Childe becomes, okay, I guess I don't get to read these. This type of conversation you'll usually leave you falling asleep.
Well, would you
So
look at
quick.
the time? I should probably get going.
If you're gonna fade to black, at least let me read it at my own pace. Good God.
Traveler, Paimon, I'm not sure where our paths will cross next, but the next time we run into each other, we should definitely try and find some time to spar.
I could just go to the Golden House again. I haven't done his boss fight in forever. I might do it for funsies at some point.
Again, maybe this is a conversation we can have when you look less like you're gonna keel over.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for everything, Arlecchino.
No thanks necessary. You also played a part in obtaining the Gnosis. I would say we can call ourselves even.
I like the sound of that. Well, I'm off. See you all some other time.
See ya, buddy. I might pull for him in the future.
We should probably get going too.
Just 'cause I like
Do
him.
you want to head back with us?
Oh? You want me to leave so soon?
Weren't you about to?
Oh, well, you see.
I'm rather enjoying the evening breeze. If you don't mind, I think I'll stick around for a bit.
I mean,
I have some things to think about.
Isn't that good? Aren't we meant to, like, keep her distracted?
Apologies for not attending to you like a proper host. Please forgive this slight. I do hope you'll have a pleasant stay.
Isn't this good, though? Don't we want this?
We managed to keep her distracted until nightfall. Good thing
Oh, okay.
Childe was there to keep the conversation going.
Yeah, oh, okay, because it's been
Think she
ages.
suspected anything, do you?
Nah, it's fine.
I wonder if Liddy ran into any issues. Let's hurry back and see how everything went.
So she actually Snitch Nyan.
Oh? You decided to stay a little longer? Let's take in the ocean view together, then.
That's cool. Huh?
I opened the window while no one was looking.
Oh, okay.
Look how pretty the outside is.
Window? But do you have a window?
If only I could have more than this. You probably think I'm being silly, huh? All this hopeless resisting. It's better to dream of what I could have than try to make it a reality, right? Please, help us get on the same page here, Clervie. Sure. Although, after you hear all this, I think you might regret that decision.
Why?
Everyone in this family is nothing more than a tool. Something to be used and exploited. We're all expendable. Including me. As long as you're useful, you get to stick around. Lose your value. You're handed over to the doctor.
Oh, great.
Experimented on. And given a fate worse than death.
Jesus.
I've seen it happen again and again, and I've had enough.
Yeah, and that's why Arlecchino took over, right? Fair enough.
You're saying the Knave did all that?
You see, we know this in advance, which kind of it removes you out of it for a bit, you know?
It's just, that doesn't seem like something she would do. She's scary and all, but it seems like even she has
Yeah,
lines
like
she
we
wouldn't
we know this.
I knew you wouldn't believe me.
Yeah, I do wish they didn't post that. Because how are we supposed to know? Like, you know, like I watch it like, oh, it's a hype video for Arlecchino or something, but it's so like related to the story quest, it kind of spoils the twist. Because like we already know she's talking about the Knave, the last one that was the evil one that like did all that shit, right? And like it kind of takes away that twist of being like, oh, she's actually bad.
Everyone thinks she's a good person. They all think of her like a real mother.
Couldn't Hoya wait a week for this later? Hi there, Luke. See, how you doing? So we could enjoy this on our own. Yeah, because see, like, I could definitely see me playing this without seeing the animation and, like, thinking to myself, oh, man, is she actually, like, pulling, like, evil strings behind the curtain and stuff? Like, is she actually feigning to be, you know, a little bit of a good character? But,
Mother?
But she doesn't deserve that title.
yeah.
She's disgraced it and tarnished
Yeah, the
it.
mother's the previous one.
And if I had things my way, I'd never see her again.
Yeah, that's why the Knave, Arlecchino, took the title father, because it's not the same as her. It's like you know, it's like not the same as what the mother was, basically.
If only Perry were here, she'd understand.
Harry. There's that name again.
See, and we know who that is. That's another issue.
Also, Paimon's getting a strange feeling.
Honestly, you could probably guess it, though. Oh, maybe not. See, if we hadn't watched that animation, this would have been way more interesting, you know?
It almost feels like she's not really here with us. Paimon can't tell if she's actually talking to us or if she's mistaken us for someone else. Well, in any case, it seems like she really needs someone to talk to. We should keep her company for a little longer. She looks so young. But it seems like she's been through a lot.
Also, not gonna lie, I think they changed Paimon's voice. Yeah, we did mention that earlier, Luxie. It sounds like Paimon, like, is less squeaky now, which is good. Like, she actually sounds a lot more pleasant to listen to, but that's just me.
It's getting windy. I should close the window.
Yeah, I think she's, like, stuck in the past.
Ooh, look at the moon. Isn't it pretty? Hey, wanna hear a secret? I heard that if you look up at the night sky in Snezhnaya, you can see the aurora.
Oh.
It's supposed to be super pretty.
Oh,
Even
that's
prettier
something.
than the moon tonight.
There's definitely going to be a place in Snezhnaya that has that, 100%. 100% right, because it's based on Russia. You can see the aurora in, like, the northern parts of Russia, right? Because it's in the Arctic Circle. Oh, that's going to be gorgeous, dude. I can't wait for that.
Perry and I promised each other that once we're older, we're gonna go see it together. But I can't find her. I'm worried she's also been... No, that wouldn't happen to her. She's special. Mother likes her a lot. I should really go talk to Mother, but we just fought. She doesn't want to see me, and I'm too scared to face her. What should I do?
I forgot, what was her name again? The previous Knave? She might not even be dead, actually. She might still be alive, but just, you know, took off.
Paimon really doesn't understand what's going on with her.
Crucibina?
Ah, it's you two again. I must say, you look a bit pale. Did you have trouble sleeping last night?
A little bit.
A little.
Perhaps if you had less on your mind, you'd be able to absolve yourself of such troubles. So what are you planning to do now? Catch up on some sleep? Or should I give you some time to rack your brain for a topic to discuss before I ask any questions? Although I must profess to being curious. Without Childe here, how do you plan on distracting me?
Us?
It's Paimon's fault.
You?
It's Paimon's fault. She made it too obvious.
A good one.
No, it's Paimon's fault, bro.
We were just...
No. It's so Paimon's fault. Like, it's so obvious when she goes, I don't know, like, yeah, you know, like, come on.
Looks like you could have used some extra time to think. No matter. If you don't have any other plans, why don't you accompany me somewhere?
Oh?
Don't worry. I'll be sure to steer clear of any scheming children.
Huh?
The ocean breeze is sure nice today.
Just change the subject, okay. So you know
Children
everything then?
always think they can hide things from the grown-ups. But
How do you
nothing
know?
gets past me. Least of all, a little scheming. I think I'll let them have at it for a little longer. I can be very patient.
How does she know, though? What the fuck?
Well, I'll leave you to think things over. If you're so inclined, meet me outside the Palais Mermonia.
Is that the boss arena? Are we gonna fight you now?
Good things come to children who do as they're told. So I do hope you decide to tag along. If only for your friends' sakes.
Oh, okay. It's definitely the boss arena.
What should we do? She clearly knows about everything we've been
How
doing,
does she
and
know?
Paimon doesn't think it'd be a stretch to say she was threatening us just now.
We should release the pigeon. Yeah. Good idea. Go, birdie, go.
Oh,
they actually
good
showed it.
idea. Hopefully he sees
I
it
low-key,
in time.
I low-key, I'm gonna be real. I low-key thought I was gonna fade to black and be like, you released the pigeon, you know, but they actually showed it. Good job.
Well, we should probably head to the Palais Mermonia. Paimon doesn't want to find out what happens if we don't show up. Based on what the Knave was saying just now, it sure didn't seem like it'd be anything good.
That's gotta be the boss arena, right? Where is it?
Okay, then we probably shouldn't keep her waiting.
Yeah. Where is it? Palais Mermonia. Where is that? Are we gonna go see Neuvillette? Neuvillette's office.
Seeing as we still have
Hey, there
some
might be a
time
dungeon
before
in
my
there,
meeting,
guys.
We might as well enjoy some pleasant conversation while we wait. I'm glad to see you get along with my children.
Is Neuvillette gonna?
Being surrounded by good companions is necessary for a child's
No, bro.
development.
We go into his office. He's just doing the frickin' the frickin' toothless dance.
You're not planning on doing anything to them, are you?
I assume you're referring to Lenny, Lynette, and Fremine. Although, there's that situation with Filial and Nentoy as well. It appears quite a few people have been acting out lately. No matter. I'm not one to discriminate. All those who betray the house meet the same fate. There are no exceptions.
Does that mean you're going to kill them?
Oh, are you here to beg for their lives? I'm sorry to disappoint, but the rules of the house change for no one. In my organization, everyone is responsible for their own actions.
But don't you care about them at all? They really respect you. They even call you father. You must feel something for them.
Any organization in which feelings come before principles is one destined for ruin. The House of the Hearth is hardly an exception. You could say our principles are more stringent than most. Perhaps I can offer you this consolation at least. As our guests, you two will not be held accountable along with them.
There's really no other way to solve the issue. We won't be held accountable.
I would imagine Linny, Lynette, and Fremine will be able to keep their lives.
Okay.
As for Filial, Nentoy, and the others, I'm afraid there's little I can do. They can try to escape, but once you know our secrets, there's no getting out alive.
I think only Falster's the one you need to deal with personally.
But
Yeah, I heard he
That's-
wanted to
that's
strangle you.
awful.
You know, that's just me.
Ah,
Little
you
rumors.
seem concerned. Out of consideration for my guests, I suppose I could turn a blind eye for a little longer. If Linny and the others manage to dispose of Clervie in the meantime, all evidence of their wrongdoing will be lost.
How does she know,
In
though?
that case, I could hardly punish them for something I couldn't prove.
That's something I hope they do explain. Like, how does she just know? Like, was she watching or something?
If their efforts are unsuccessful, on the other hand, all will be held accountable. And the punishment will be severe.
It's a deal then, we'll hold you to it.
Of course. Oh, and here, I believe this belongs to you. Do try and keep better track of it next time.
Bro, no.
It takes a considerable amount of time to train a bird like this.
Dude.
It would be such a pity if you were to lose it.
Dude, she just trapped her in a
Permanently.
fire cage.
wait, where did you get that?
Dude. Dude, that's...
Well, I'm afraid that's all the time we have to chat.
Dude, she's like
Now,
everywhere.
For the matter at hand.
She's everywhere all the time.
I asked you to meet me here because I have
omnipresent.
business at the Palais Mermonia. It has nothing to do with you, but I think it would be prudent for you to stick by my side for the time being. There will always be time later to run off and tell Linny what you've learned.
We're gonna see Neuvillette.
Well, time to go. Looks like we wrapped things up just in time.
We're gonna have a cool conversation of Neuvillette, because that sounds pretty juicy, if you ask me. What's going on in there? Okay, I'll stop. Sorry, I love that meme.
It's been a while, Monsieur Neuvillette.
I wasn't expecting him to be in this quest either, it's really cool.
I must say, I wasn't expecting my meeting request to be approved quite so quickly. The Palais Mermonia operates with an efficiency worthy of admiration.
Like, that's when this game's story, like, has its peak moments, is when you have really interesting characters interact. Like, when you had Childe and the Knave before, that scene was great. So, like, this kind of stuff is what I look forward to.
It is only right that an esteemed diplomat such as yourself should be afforded the proper level of respect. Although, if I may speak plainly, I must confess that I did not anticipate we would have the occasion to meet again after presenting you with the Gnosis.
Oh, he did talk during the live stream. Oh, yeah, that makes sense he'd be in this.
I see you brought the Traveler and Paimon with you as well.
Yes.
If I may inquire as to the purpose of your visit.
I'll be departing Fontaine shortly. There is, however, an outstanding matter that I would like to see resolved before I go. It requires a rather lengthy explanation, I'm afraid. So I took the liberty of explaining everything in this proposal. Please review it at your leisure, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Well, you're not going to let us know? You're going to keep it in the secret paper? I want to know, though. I got that stuck on my head now. The Driftfield City. Sorry. I don't mean to, like, be silly in, like, serious moments, but it's so silent. My brain's like, I want background music. At least give me some ominous music in the background. Nice cup of tea, by the way.
I understand your request. However, at the risk of causing offense, I must admit that I fail to see why you would wish for such a thing.
I heard you have a certain fondness for water tasting, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Yep.
So allow me to use water as an analogy.
Oh.
A family is like a large body of water with countless rivers flowing in and out. As someone who watches over this system, I would hope that each river that flows from the source will eventually reach the ocean. Of course, objectively speaking, I know this is impossible. Most of the rivers will dry up along the way, disappearing into the ground and leaving nothing but a barren riverbed behind. Not all rivers are destined to reach the ocean, but I would not see their existence rendered meaningless. I believe the water that flows within them is simply meant for a different destination, like a field in need of irrigation. Or perhaps the glass of a certain water-tasting enthusiast.
Okay, what does she mean by that exactly, though?
Did you
Yeah.
get any of that, Traveler?
Not really.
Your words paint an optimistic picture indeed.
Of course he understands.
Allow me to remind you, however, few among us are willing to sip from a glass filled with tainted water.
That's what he said in the live
It
stream.
may have been tainted at one point in time, but not to worry. I'll make sure it's drained of all impurities and returned to its cleanest form.
I think she's referring to the House of the Hearth itself. Right? That's what she's referring to that river as, I think.
I seem to recall there being a transactional aspect to your proposal. Perhaps you could expound on that?
If you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette, I will gradually withdraw my forces from Fontaine. And, unless absolutely necessary, I will no longer carry out any special missions within Fontaine.
Okay.
I presume I can take your words to mean that, in the future, cases similar to the Tartuffe assassination will cease to cross my desk?
Who's that?
Tartuffe. Ah,
Oh.
that thief who embezzled funds from all those charities, you mean?
Wait.
My deepest
Oh, yeah,
condolences
from the
to his
animation.
family, but
I
without
know
any
the animation.
evidence, I cannot imagine how the House of the Hearth might have been involved in his passing.
That's the guy that we saw in that short. The short thingy where she like stepped on his head, you know? And like crushed him. That's that guy. Yeah. Isn't that a good thing though?
Of course, if you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette, I'm sure certain measures could be taken to reduce the frequency of such troubles.
I have a feeling she's gonna like make a deal to, because I have a feeling that she's gonna let Lenny take over as the head of the House of the Hearth. That's my feeling, and that's why they're gonna fight in the future, right? That's my guess. But maybe she's going to leave Fontaine, and maybe she's gonna give like the House of the Half to Neuvillette or something, like to like watch over him, or maybe work for Fontaine. I don't know. I'm just guessing here.
You choose your words carefully indeed. In that case, I'm inclined to accept your proposal.
Okay.
My thanks for your generosity, Monsieur Neuvillette. Well, with that settled, we should be going now. I took the liberty of bringing along 2 bottles of spring water from Snezhnaya for you to enjoy.
Oh, ice cold.
I do hope I get the chance to hear your impressions. Perhaps at our next meeting?
Ice cold mountain water.
Indeed. I trust you would not overlook your commitment in the meantime.
All right, Traveler Paimon. Time to go.
Okay.
What exactly were you talking about back there? Paimon only heard you mention some rivers, a large body of water, and then...
You really want to know? I would imagine there might be more pressing concerns at the moment.
Lenny, Paimon really hopes everything's going okay. Oh, Paimon recognizes that look. You've got your thinking cap on, don't you, Traveler?
I do? The Knave may seem relaxed, but she doesn't seem to be joking earlier when she said that those who betray the organization must pay with their lives. I think she's serious about punishing those kids. How should we stop her? No, there's something else we should figure out first. While we were talking in front of the Palais I can't say that, Mimonia, she mentioned Clervie's name. Does that mean she knew where Clervie was this entire time? Maybe she even anticipated how Lenny and the others were going to act. Is this like a setup? Does she know this was going to happen? Maybe she won. Nice.
Oh, shoot. Are you alright?
Who are you?
Oh, jeez. I'm so sorry. I was so focused on selling these papers, I wasn't looking where I was going.
Yeah, it also might be.
Well, let me make it up to you at least. Here, take this paper. On the house.
Oh, okay. He seems familiar for some... Wait a minute.
Oh, you
Wait
don't have to
a
give us
minute.
anything?
Please, I want to.
Got a scar on his
It's
face.
not like I'm short on supply.
Is that the same guy?
All the extras will be useless come
who got
tomorrow anyway.
executed? You know, you just missed...
It's my fault, really. I was just trying to bring home some extra mora for the family, but I bit off more than I can chew. I haven't had many takers today, so I'm still swimming in papers.
What's going on here?
Uh-oh. Is he gonna recognize her?
Nothing much. I just ran into your friend here on accident. I should probably get going, actually, so...
Oh, you're scared shit.
Hold on.
Yeah, 100% it's that guy.
Of course, I'm happy to compensate you with mora, it's just... I don't have any on me at the moment.
I'll take 3 papers. Here. Your payment.
Oh, yeah, okay, no, I have a feeling that she's just expelling them from the house, right? She's not actually killing them.
Oh! Thank you for your patronage.
That's my guess.
May the Archons bless you with good fortune. If only I had the chance to run into such generous customers every day. I should probably just take on a smaller inventory though, right?
Maybe?
I'm getting married soon.
Oh, yeah,
so
it's the guy.
Sometimes it's hard to not get ahead of myself.
It's the guy.
Anyway,
That's what Lenny described.
I should head out.
The guy with the
Goodbye.
scar, he fell in love with someone, wanted to leave, and she met up with him. That's why he's acting so scared.
Well, now that my affairs are settled, we should take the boat back to Poisson. We've even acquired some light reading to enjoy along the way.
You know I can teleport, right?
Actually, why don't we stick around for a little longer?
Why?
Paimon just realized how hungry she is. She can't head back to Poisson on an empty stomach.
The money was actually bombs. Looks like Paimon's trying to buy us more time. If we head back now, I doubt Lenny and others would have made any progress. What should we do?
It appears you two are under the impression that delaying our return will somehow alter the situation in your favor.
How does she know?
I'm sorry to ruin your fantasy,
That's
but
the
your
thing.
efforts are meaningless.
I'd like to know how she knew about this.
That being said, I could be
Unless it was all
persuaded to give
planned.
Lenny some extra time. I just have one condition.
Well, Lenny's her golden boy.
If you agree to my request, I'll even answer some of your questions.
Okay.
You're quite curious about Clervie, are you not? And my relationship to her.
Wait, why are you being so generous all of a sudden? You're not gonna ask us to do something bad, are you?
You overestimate yourself. You don't have the talent for bad things.
Yeah, that's fair.
Then what do you possibly...
Paimon sounded so offended. You think I can't do bad shit?
The most important consideration in a negotiation is that both sides receive something they want. Demands and threats only get you so far.
Your condition, let's hear it.
Wonderful. Here it is. When the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate in the situation, and lend your help to the House of the Hearth.
Okay, that's when we're gonna help out with the boss fight, right? Yeah.
Okay. Sounds normal enough. But what do you mean, when the time comes? When is that supposed to be?
That is for you to decide.
Because we help them out in the boss fight, right? Like, it does make sense.
Then we have a deal. Follow me.
Okie doke. So what are you gonna tell us then?
What is this place?
This is where you killed her, right?
Somewhere long forgotten by everyone.
Yeah.
It used to be a grand building. Now it's nothing more than a pile of rubble.
I guessed it would be here. I came here, I looked at the background because I saw this mountain. I'm like, is this where we fight her?
No one comes here anymore. Nor does anyone care about what once happened here. Although, this place does have something to do with the story I'm about to tell you.
Because this is where she killed the previous Knave, right? Yeah.
It was before I became a Harbinger.
Yeah.
And before Linny and the others joined the House of the Hearth. Due to certain events, I first killed Clervie and then her mother. And this is where it all happened.
You were the one that killed Clervie?
Why? Probably didn't have a choice.
Patience now. Allow me to explain Clervie's side of the story first. I'll start from the beginning.
Oh?
Clervie was 6 years old when she was brought by her mother, Crucibina, to live in the house.
Is that her?
From the outside, it seemed like a fairy tale. A thriving family made up of kind adults and friendly children.
Ah, so Crucibina's her biological mother, right? It looks like it. Yeah?
Crucibina was the Knave at that time, and the House of the Hearth was under her control. She was Clervie's mother by blood, but she was also the mother to all the children in the house. Clervie was happy here, for a time. But she quickly realized that being part of this family wasn't a fairy tale at all. It was a kind of purgatory.
Purgatory?
Exactly. The House of the Hearth takes in war orphans from all over Teyvat. But as for how to raise them, that depends entirely on the person in charge. Crucibina came up with a novel idea. She would teach the children to fight, force them to duel each other, and then crown as the king of the house the child who proved themselves most worthy of inheriting her title.
There you go. Yeah. And force them to duel each other. That's exactly what I thought. Like, you could tell that from the animation too, but it's still nice having it explained in detail like this.
It's difficult to estimate the number of children who died or were maimed in the process.
They're using dull blades though.
There's little I can say about the ones who died. The ones that emerged with permanent injuries, on the other hand, well, they still served a purpose. They would be handed over to the doctor to be experimented on, or sent away on dangerous missions.
Man.
Nothing more than tools to be used and then discarded.
So those were the experiments Clervie was talking about. But what actually happened to her? You said that Clervie was Crucibina's daughter, so if Clervie tried to convince her to stop what she was doing, Crucibina probably would have listened, right?
Despite being Clervie's mother, Crucibina cared little for her daughter.
Damn.
She forced Clervie to join the House of the Hearth only as a means to demonstrate her own impartiality as a mother. To prove that she treated all her children equally.
Damn, what a bitch. Jesus.
Clervie did try to convince her mother to change her ways, but it was to no avail.
Aw.
After her efforts failed, the only other option was to rise up and try to fight back. Unfortunately, the other children had already been thoroughly indoctrinated into the illusion of happiness Crucibina had created. Of course, there was one exception. Someone Clervie's age, who knew the truth about the House of the Hearth. Her name was Peruere.
And that's her.
Wait, The friend that Clervie mentioned?
That's you.
Friend, huh? I suppose we can call her that for now. Clervie was a cheerful and passionate person with a tenacious spirit. Peruere, on the other hand, was rather cold-blooded.
With a curse.
Her cold-blooded nature allowed her to see through Crucibina's facade. Yet, it was also this cold-bloodedness that prevented her from acting against it. At least at first. While Clervie longed for freedom, Peruere was convinced that, amid all the fighting and violence, she would make it until the end. Despite their differences, the two became fast friends, united by their knowledge of the truth. Clervie told Peruere that she hoped to create a real family, where no one would be killed or sacrificed.
Ah, okay, yeah, I see where this is going.
There may have been a certain naivete to her ideas, but Clervie proved her determination many times over. She tried countless times to run away, ask for help, or expose the truth. But her efforts only earned her beating after beating. The only thing that kept her going was her strength of will.
Damn, her mother just beat her, dude? Frick.
Even with her body racked with pain, she would still stand on her tiptoes and open the window at night. She and Peruere would look out at the moon together, a fierce longing for freedom shining in her eyes. But one day that light simply vanished.
Oh no. What happened?
Her hopelessness resulted from a culmination of things. 10 years had passed. 10 years worth of failure after failure. She and Peruere weren't children anymore, but finding any chance to escape still seemed as hopeless as ever. It was during this time that Peruere suggested a new plan. If escaping was out of the question, why not take down the very person sitting on top of this throne of lies? Mother herself.
So why did they fight each other though? Like like I feel like if they were going to take down Crucibina, why did they fight each other? Like what forced them to do that? What forced you to kill her?
Clervie rejected that proposal. She claimed that as a famous harbinger, Crucibina possessed an unimaginable amount of power. Trying to kill her would have an incredibly low chance of success.
Okay, that doesn't answer my question though.
Clervie never gave another reason, but Peruere could see it written all over her face. Clervie still thought of Crucibina as her mother. Killing her own flesh and blood was a line she couldn't bring herself to cross.
Man, even after she beat you and did all that terrible thing, man.
If she couldn't escape and fight back, then only one option remained. Precisely.
Man.
Death was the only way that she felt she could be free.
Man, that's rough.
It happened during a duel. When she arrived at the dueling ring that day, her partner turned out to be none other than Peruere. The very person that had stood by her side all those years. It was a fierce battle. But ultimately, Clervie decided to let Peruere end her life. From that moment on, Peruere's journey was one written in flames. When the rain finally came and washed it all away, there she stood, the sole victor in Mother's endless game of slaughter. A trail of corpses strewn across her path to success. It was the very result she had predicted 10 years prior. Even then, she believed she would make it until the end. She wasn't surprised by the fact that she emerged as Mother's undisputed heir. Rather, her success left her with an inexplicable sense of restlessness. She was unsettled, and there was only one thing that could quell that sensation. Perhaps you two would like to take a guess as to what it was?
And that's when she went to go kill Crucibina.
Crucibina?
And that sick animation.
But...
Correct. This is the place where Peruere killed her best friend. A mere year later, this is also the place where she fought tooth and nail to kill the mother they shared. The moment she acted, any conception of what was right or wrong ceased to matter. It's one of the principles of the house. Only those who survive get to write the rules.
Yeah, and she did. She took over and she changed things, yeah.
Peruere won the battle, and became a harbinger herself. After which Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa, bestowed upon her a new name. Arlecchino.
That's a really good backstory, actually. Like learning all of that and knowing about the animation, I kind of like that now. Like, although it still would be better to see this first, then watch the animation. Though I think, yeah, 100%. Playing this before watching the animation would make it 100 times better, honestly. But even this section still is good, even if you've seen the animation, is what I mean.
So the Perry Clervie was talking about, it was you all along. You're Peruere. Arlecchino is just a name you got later.
This is your story just as much as Clervie's.
I left that name behind long ago. I must say, hearing it now does bring back memories. After I defeated Crucibina, the moniker of Mother died with her. I chose to forego the title she called herself, and even chose to give up my own name. I rebuilt the House of the Hearth under a new identity. Not only as Arlecchino, but as father. And that is where the story ends. Any more questions?
Damn, that deep inhale, dude. Or an exhale, I couldn't tell. The Clervie we met, though, who is she exactly? Yeah.
Yeah. Based on what you just told us, Clervie wasn't a little kid when she was killed. So the Clervie we met, was she really a spirit at all?
I suppose you could call her an illusion born of flame. Her existence is like ashes to a fire. Something left over in the wake of blaze and ruin. You see, a certain power runs through my veins. It's not unlike a curse. My flames leave behind shadows of anything they consume. Of course, the chances of those shadows morphing into a sentient entity are exceedingly slim. Clervie is a very special case.
It's because you had a connection
Clervie
with her?
died when she was 16 years old. But what emerged from the flames was her 6-year-old self. Her appearance wasn't the only thing affected. Most of her memories were lost to the blaze as well. Memory is a mysterious thing indeed. Losing a portion of your memories will alter your sense of self. Lose 10 years' worth, however, and it would be like living in the past. Like returning to a version of yourself that never grew up.
Ching Ting Chewy, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome.
No wonder Paimon got such a weird feeling when we were talking to her.
Perhaps I should put it this way. Clervie is someone trapped in time. It may seem like she exists with us in the present, but she truly lives in the confines of her own past.
That makes sense. Like in that moment when she was saying she was like looking out the window, right? Even though there like wasn't a window there.
So if all of that is true, then you must have known about Clervie for a long time.
Yeah, I think this is all a setup. This is all a setup for her to like test like her kids, basically, right?
Indeed.
And us.
She's
maybe?
a rather volatile and unstable entity. Sometimes she would look after the children. She's even saved some of their lives. But other times, she would hide from me and become obsessed with revealing the truth about the house to anyone who will listen. Shadows don't have the capacity to learn or grow. Any new information they encounter is quickly forgotten over time. Your attempts to expose Clervie to sunlight. They failed, yes. The reason is actually quite simple. In Clervie's mind, the house is impossible to escape.
Oh.
And it is this very perception that traps her there.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
But
It makes sense.
no matter. All I have to do is kill her again, and all will be resolved.
Oh.
I don't anticipate so much as a single speck of ash will
Wait.
be left behind this time.
But isn't she like a ghost? How do you kill a ghost? Do you have to use your curse powers or something?
Wait!
Yeah, I don't.
Paimon can understand why you might want her gone, but isn't there another way?
Jeez.
So what if she's trapped in her 6-year-old self? She's still your friend! At least talk to her first!
You see, this is moments where I like it when Paimon talks, because I had that urgency in her voice, like, oh.
It's too late for that. She broke the rules, and now she must be punished. That goes for Filial and Nentoy as well. She's had quite the effect on them. I hope you understand. The difference between Crucibina and myself lies in our formulation of the rules, not our policy for enforcing them. Upholding the rules without question is a trait we both share, because that is how a household should be run.
Oh, Lumion actually made a noise.
Is this really what you want to do?
Oh shit. I wish you'd do that more often. Goddamn.
Whatever could you mean?
Don't you want to say a proper goodbye at least?
Whether as a killer or as a father, there are two things that must be avoided at all costs. Anger and sorrow. Anger makes you impulsive. Sorrow causes you to waver.
Well, she seemed pretty impulsive. She seemed pretty angry in the animation, right? When she was fighting Crucibina.
Well, it appears it's about time to proceed.
Uh-oh.
Before we arrived, I told some of my well-behaved children to bring our troublemakers here by nightfall. I do believe I've kept my end of the deal. I give your friends quite a bit more time. As for what happens now, we'll just have to wait and see.
Oh shit, I think it's gonna happen. Is it gonna happen? It's a beetle. We're gonna have a boss fight now. Oh.
Here they are, Father.
Oh.
Ah, you gonna execute him?
Hey.
Seeing something like that would actually be a first for me.
I know. No.
Lenny!
Oh, there's Childe in the... Oh, she's right there. Oh, Clervie, sorry, not Childe.
I'm sorry. I heard about how you helped buy us more time.
Uh-oh.
But I still failed. I couldn't find a way to fulfill her wish.
Huh?
Uh-oh.
Are you... Perry?
Indeed, it's been a while, Clervie.
Perry!
Aw.
Stay right there. I'm sorry to postpone our reunion, but first, I believe certain scores need settling.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit, here we go. Here we go. Oh.
Father, let me explain.
Out of my way.
Father!
You chose to conceal a threat to the house, and for that, you must be punished. Overall, however, I suppose your wrongdoing is hardly the most egregious of the bunch, so I'll deal with your punishments later. As for right now, the more pressing concerns are the traitors among us.
By traitors? Do you mean us?
Father, let me explain. We didn't mean to...
Fultz, why don't you share what you heard?
Yes, Father. Secret Midnight Meeting number 3. Participants, Filial, Nantoy, Sato, Toddy. Nantoy clearly said, if only Father wasn't the one who took us in. Sato added, I'm sick of this life. I just want to live as a normal person. Filial was the worst of them all. She called us crazies and said a bunch of mean things about Father.
I did not! You're lying! Fultz is trying to frame us.
It's not like I'm the only one who heard those things. After that, you and Toddy and a bunch of other people started talking about Clervie. You were using all those things Clervie brought up as an excuse to question Father. We're birds locked in a cage.
Oh.
The only way out is to destroy it. That's what you said, wasn't it?
Clervie was making them afraid, basically, because they thought she was talking about Arlecchino when she was actually talking about Crucibina.
You little... You just want me gone, don't you? What did I ever do to you, huh?
And she knows this. She knows.
And you, Sheplo, have you forgotten who stood by your sickbed, watched over you, and changed your dressings? Come on, let's hear it then. What's your reason for all this?
You're wrong, Filial.
Hmm.
We don't want you to die. You're our family.
Liar. You wouldn't be doing this if that were the case. So why? Why have you backed us into a corner?
We all live in the House of the Hearth. You know the type of work we do, Filial. A single betrayal can cost dozens of us our lives. It's not like it's never happened before. That kind of thing is hard to forget.
Aw.
That's why the House of the Hearth cannot tolerate any form of betrayal. Ever since we came to Poisson, you've had 7 secret meetings. A lot of the things you talked about really crossed the line.
You've been spying on us for half a month? Wait a second. Now that I think about it, the move to Poisson was just a way to make it easier to spy on us, wasn't it? Because we were all in one place. You've had this planned all along.
Wait, him?
Filial, Nantoy, I'm sorry. I owe you both my life. I owe Clervie too. If it weren't for all your help after I got poisoned, I wouldn't be standing here today. If this were any other situation, I would do anything to repay that kindness, even if it cost me my life. But rules are rules. I'm sorry. My hands are tied.
Why? Why?
That's enough, Filial. We made a mistake, and we should own up to it. We broke the rules, plain and simple. And now we have to face the consequences. I'm sorry, Chaplot. Fultz. I'm sorry, Father. We accept our punishment.
Chaplot, according to the rules of the House of the Hearth, how should these traitors be punished?
All those who betray the house pay with their lives.
And so it shall be.
No, not NPC model number 3. Aw.
Father, please wait!
Go, Lenny!
Something you want to say, Linny?
Please reconsider, Father. What Filial and the others did, does it really count as betrayal? We all come from broken families. From the very first day we joined the House of the Hearth, we wanted nothing more than to make it a real home. But the truth is, none of us know what a real home should look like. I'm not saying I have all the answers. All I know is this. Killing Filial and the others may uphold the rules, but doing so will only bring us further away from being a real family than we've ever been. So please, Father, please, reconsider.
I recognize that from the stream as well. I remember him saying that, I think.
I agree with Linny.
Oh!
Father, please.
Oh, here we go. Alright, we got the lineup. Yunsik, thank you for Psych, maybe, sorry if I mispronounced that. Welcome, welcome. Always good to see new people here. I think we've got a boss fight looming.
Linny, you... I also agree with Linny.
An order once given cannot be rescinded. However, given the extent of your determination, I suppose we shall have to go about this a different way.
Oh, here we go.
Draw your weapons and face me.